Hello everybody, welcome back to Action Jack Media, and today we're doing more Omnitober, Week 2. Don't need to do a whole lot of intro for this one. Here's the prompt list again, just in case you missed it last time. You don't need to have seen last video to understand this video, but the gist of it is that we are making a new alien every day based on the name. Let's go! So, Day 8 is Carbonator. This one was, challenging, interesting. I wanted to do something that wasn't just a big can of soda for this one, because that's the first thing you might think of when you think of the word Carbonator, like carbonation, soda, all that stuff. This guy has the ability to replace atoms in an object that he touches with carbon atoms, and also spew smog and stuff like that. His whole thing is very kind of coal-based and carbon-based. Eventually, if he touches something long enough, it will convert the entire thing into just pure black carbon. Or, if he focuses really hard and puts enough energy into it, he can then turn that into diamond. I'm not sure how useful or powerful this power is. I'm sure it could have a lot of, uses, but I wanted to make something that just wasn't thought of. It was a superpower that, I had never seen before and I'd never thought of. So, yeah, Carbonator. He makes things into carbon. Day 9 is the alien Whip Bash. He is another unique one. This is a superpower that I have seen before, I think, but he has these whips connected to his forehead that he can transfer his body mass into. So he can either do, really fast, sharp whip cracks and maybe even, cut through things with it, or he can take the bulbs on the end of those whips and expand them really large and with his body mass, and create big slams and smashes and break through things like a fist would. And the bigger the bulbs on the end of the tails get, the smaller his main body gets. And I actually got that idea from OR Ash himself in the Ink Tank community. Shout out to Ash, man, you awesome. Gonna collab with you one day. You know it. You know it's coming. We're gonna do this. Anyway, but yeah, no, Whip Bash is a cool alien. I like the single arm coming out of his chest. I thought that was a unique flair. Kind of looks like a big tooth, somebody said, which I'm not super fond of, but whatever. He's fine. I kind of took some inspiration from Cannonbolt with him a little bit in terms of body shape. I really like those big, kind of stumpy-legged round boys. So, yeah, Whip Bash. The third entry in today's video, day number 10, is Calzone, or I've actually been pronouncing it Calzone, because you're entering the Calzone. So somebody just mentioned the name Calzone as a joke in the Ink Tank server, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm putting it on the list. And I created this alien that creates force fields with the diodes on the end of his fingers and his feet, and when you are inside of one of these force fields, you feel compelled to tell the truth. It's like the spell in D&D, Zone of Truth. That's kind of where the thought process went. I was like, Calzone, Zone of Truth. So Ben has a Zone of Truth alien that looks like it's made of pizza. It's not actually made of pizza. He's actually kind of like a hammerhead shark almost. They gave him the wide set eyes and stuff. I like the way this one came out a lot. It was very fun to just have a fun, silly name in there. And Calzone is actually kind of one of my favorite aliens for this set this week. He's charming, I think. Day 11 is an alien called Windwalker. I, on paper, delineated about this one a bit. I was originally going to go with a Hermes thing, where he had wings on his feet and he could walk on the air and stuff. I knew that the power set was going to be literally walking on the air, floating instead of flying, more like levitating, and then cloud and air pressure and weather type powers, right? This alien can control the air pressure in a room. He can suck the air out of your lungs if he's feeling malicious. And he can walk on clouds and shape clouds and stuff like that. And he can also probably cause it to rain and all that stuff. But eventually I thought, I was like, okay, well, what else walks on the wind? I was like, Pegasus, maybe? But instead of doing a Pegasus, I went with more obviously an alien horse thing, but kind of based on the Jacob horse face that they do on Drawfee, the face of this guy. I wanted to make like a kind of horse-like alien that walked on the wind. I gave him the little clouds on his ankles to kind of make reference to the Hermes with the wings on the feet and stuff like that. But this one was an interesting one. Plus, I put the kind of saddle shape Omnitrix design. I don't know. This was a fun one. I don't know. He's a unique, quirky little guy, and I enjoyed making him. I always say that. Why do I always say that? Anyway, whatever. Windwalker. Day 12 is an alien that I am actually terrified of. In terms of like what he would mean for the lore of Ben 10 if this were actually inserted. This alien is named Rubber Hose, and I literally inserted that because I just wanted to have a cartoon alien. This basically is anything and everything that Ditto should have been. They added in Ditto as the kind of cartoony, stretchy, rubbery alien, but they didn't give him a whole lot of cartoony, rubbery, stretchy powers. So this guy is if Ditto, Alien X, and Spinel from Steven Universe all had like a child. And I think he would also probably be voiced by Rob Paulson, or, a Bugs Bunny voice actor. So this guy's power sets are anything and everything a cartoon can do, he can also do, but real. He can conjure signs from behind his back. He can create anvils in the sky that fall on you. He can make you walk off a cliff and just keep walking until you realize that gravity exists, and, all of that Looney Tunes stuff. He can teleport. He can kind of mind control. He can... anything and everything you would see in a Looney Tunes cartoon, this guy can do it. Which is terrifying to think about in the context of Ben 10. Because he doesn't have any of the limiters that Alien X has, where he has to convince somebody that this action is just and moral or whatever. He just would have free reign to cause chaos, and only limited by the Omnitrix's own timer. So yeah, this guy is a total world-breaking powerhouse from the second dimension. This alien would be from the second dimension. He's only an alien in the idea that he's from a different dimension, not a different planet. There's not a planet where these things exist. There is a entire dimension. The second dimension. Ha ha ha. Funny. As we get further into this week, I start to struggle more and more with the name concept. The concept for this one, again, was actually suggested by O.R. Ash. The name of this one is Crow's Nest, and I was racking my brain trying to think of, like, okay, well, maybe it's a big, tall alien that can see really well and then kind of resembles a crow, because that's what a crow's nest is on a pirate ship. It's where you can scout the horizon for oncoming ships. And I was like, okay, well, pirate theme, crow's nest, it's funny. But Ash came up with the idea of just, like, why not make a big turtle shell nest, like a rat nest almost, and have, like, a Dodrio, but with crow heads living inside of it, and it can just, like, snap out really fast. And it's a very defensive alien that can run really fast as well, like an ostrich. And I was like, alright, cool, we'll do that. And then I had to draw a bundle of sticks, and Ash, if you're watching this, I know you're watching this, I hate you for making me draw a big bundle of sticks. But I think this alien turned out pretty well. So, yeah, Crow's Nest. He's a nest full of crows, and he's cool, and he's number 13, and that's the thing. And now for the one that I really struggled with the most. Dartillery. That's another gun one. Dartillery is the word dart and artillery for day, 14? Yeah, for day 14. And as you'll see in the sketches here, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I wanted to go originally with this like bird thing that spat darts, and then I went with this like tank-looking creature, and then I did like a mask that threw darts and stuff, but eventually somebody was like, just make another frog alien, a dart frog. And I was like, okay, yeah, a dart frog that shoots darts, that's funny. And give him big cannons on his back like a Blastoise. And I was like, alright, cool, that works. Yeah, we'll do that. It wasn't my original concept, but it's the one that stuck, it's the one that works, and I like his color scheme. The color scheme, yeah, happy Halloween. I like his color scheme. The blue and the orange really mix well together, of course, like anything. So, yeah, Dartillery. He turned out better than I expected, but he's nowhere near my favorite alien on this week's list. So, yeah, it's that. So that is all the content for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe and like, and most importantly, share this video with your friends. I am trying to get the channel monetized. I want to reach those watch hours and maybe potentially make a little bit of money off these videos one of these days. All of these pictures are also on my Twitter, which is ActionJack Media. The link to that is in the description. They will be posted every single day as they are released, so all of these ones are already on my Twitter with brief descriptions about their powers and all that stuff. And of course, the prompt list is also on each post, just for context. But yeah, leave a comment down below about what you think about these ones and what other types of videos that you might want to see in the future. I still have a lot of My Hero Academia videos coming out. I still got a lot of Monster Hunter videos coming out. I still got a lot of just Ben 10 related content in general that I want to make that, I've had to put on the back burner for the month of October just so that we can do this fun little project. But I hope you're not too impatient waiting for that stuff, and I promise you it will be worth the wait, let's say that. Elsewise, I'm done talking for this video, so go watch some of my other videos. There's probably a link to one on screen right now, and I will see you next time. Peace.